our patience. Hyping all this lane. No one got a brain, they just be liking all the same. This is what I'm in on industry games. I'm convinced that nobody is speaking my language. I'm a good ass, so listen close when I say this. After
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Herbert to throw right away. This short throw caught by Goddard. A good job there getting to him quickly after the catch as he's brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. You know, last week it was unbelievable how many times they were in the backfield. They had 7 sacks. Whatever they had for pregame meal last week, maybe they had it again.
I think they're going to continue to repeat it if they keep this up. But remember, we were at their facility.
And the pressure gets to him again. Micah Parsons in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs now leads to a 3rd and long.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And normally in this spot we talk about passing numbers from last week, but this time it's all about the rushing. 3 times he found the end zone in his last ball game. He is a do-everything quarterback, and you have to expect we'll see him call his own number here as well.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 2 trips to the end zone and well past 100 yards.
And going back and watching the film, we saw every kind of run from him, didn't we? We saw some power. We saw finesse. We saw speed. And what I love the most, he finished each and every run.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
You talk about this Chiefs defense.
They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, or are you going to win that battle? Are you going to rip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot. But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, he had success earlier in the drive keeping it himself. Not here, though.
And sometimes when you have that kind of success, you can fall in love with the option a little bit too much and not give the defense credit for making adjustments themselves. And the play starts to lose its effectiveness.
And the agility got him a few extra before he's taken down right at the 10. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll find Hall. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. Keeping it himself from 5 yards out.
And the Condors are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert can't get away, and he's taken down.
Multiple plus of 4. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Option play. Here's Hall.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Gets this complete to Butte.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Got his man, it's Thornton.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. After 1, 7-0. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. They'll look to throw again. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's free at the 35. Elijah Moore.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And they'll run again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. Looking end
zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Butker's kick here is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in
inside the 30. And what a big-time play there. 51 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Henry again on 2nd down. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try the right side with Henry. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. They'll look to throw here. On the move to his left. Well, he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble, but all is well. 1st down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Tyquan Thornton with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe...
And always shot to tackle. Now he's got some space. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys. But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Go, hey, go.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Canton offense takes over once again.
Let's go now.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Henry out of the pistol. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 6 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now a handoff to Henry. There he goes left side. Now he's free at the 35. He may go. Touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Condors are able to add on to that lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. KC's offense ready to take over. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And that's caught inside the 35. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Dallas Goedert, 69 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it makes the score 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's the option. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. And quickly, they get to the line. On third down, Henry. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
111 yards on the ground now for Henry. He's got a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
They'll roll him out right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front. They're prepared for him to try and take off.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he gets this to Thornton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw now on first down. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
2nd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKay. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Absolutely a golden opportunity missed there to add to their lead and really cap off an impressive drive because they've got the advantage and plenty of time to add to it. But on the flip side, plenty of time for an opposing comeback as well. So when you have the chance to distance yourself not just so early, partner, you know you don't want to let it slip away.
So we are at halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the halftime break behind us, and we are back underway with the third quarter of action. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He might score. And all the way in for the touchdown. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. And the Condors are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities. And this is a good one right in front of them.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. They'll try for the first with Pacheco. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here comes the Canton offense to set up shop. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
Taken in at the 22. Call a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
A run by Pacheco on 2nd down.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line.
And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Butker's kick here is good, and that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the 3rd quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra.
Stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Canton offense takes over once again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Demario Davis there on the stop.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They'll look to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last run, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Rolling to his right. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A first down carry for Henry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
124 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Second and 14. And the Chiefs are going to get it. 3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Left wing 19. Pressure on the defense. 18, 5 in.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. And he's caught. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. We're back now in KC as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's their quarterback. A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Condors add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
On first down, Justin Herbert.
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
For as many sacks as this defense has, you can understand their willingness to try and get upfield and get another. So what a really smart play call here to use their aggression against them, go with the screen, and they're able to get the first down.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9.
Herbert off of play action. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Micah Parsons
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
The Canton offense takes over once again.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
Downfield, and he's got Olave.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Inside handoff, Henry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Gets this complete to Butte.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 39. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down.
Got a man, that's Ayuk.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead.
Hey, Kaplan. Let's go.
Again, Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Brian Branch with it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So certainly a big mistake there, Charles. 1st and goal, and they throw the interception.
Oh, that's just agonizing for a team because you still got at least 2, maybe 3 downs in your pocket. So if it's not there on 1st down, there's no sense in trying to force something. Instead, they turn the ball over.
The race is on.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Their mobile quarterback, 97 yards.
And the Condors have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
KC's offense ready to take over. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on second down. He's got the connection to Moore.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Herbert now.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Go.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. That ball caught. It's Rice.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Play action. It's Herbert.
Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. To the air again, Herbert. Open man is Goddard, the tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here now, 2nd and 4.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Rice. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Crowd right. Go.
Herbert. He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the...
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. Butker on for the PAT. And that will cut this lead down to 25. A 10-play drive that time.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
2nd and 10.
Go.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game, and when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. 3rd and 9 here.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Here's 3rd and 9.
18 Rattler.
On play action, they'll throw. Forced out to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They said their goal was to win 7 games. They've done that pretty early in the year.
I think it's time for them to elevate that number and really make a big push to finish this season strong.